Hey guys, it's Bobby Bones. We continue with Blake Shelton on our iHeartCountry album release party on Live by Live. This is where we turn it over to our fans, hanging out virtually with us via Zoom. Let us start with Stacy.
Hey Blake, 8 years ago today, a deadly tornado hit my hometown of Moore, Oklahoma. As someone who was affected that day, I would just like to say thank you for how fast you stepped up with the Healing in the Heartland concert. What you did was amazing. I would like to know is how has growing up and living in the state of Oklahoma affected you musically?
Oh, wow. That's a good question. I think being in Oklahoma, when I was growing up, because I was from Oklahoma, I felt like I had extra hope and maybe an ace card to play because I was from Oklahoma, because everybody that was so huge in country music when I was in high school was like Garth and Reba and Vince Gill and Toby Keith was coming on. It's like, man, if everybody from Oklahoma's making it, that's what I got that going for me at least, you know what I mean? And then when I got there, it was like Wade Hayes came out and then Brian White and there was just like the list kept happening. And so it kind of gave me like when I would go meet somebody, I was like, hey, yeah, but I'm from Oklahoma, so, you know. So I guess if that answers your question, it definitely gave me an extra little vote of there must have been something in the water, and hopefully I drank it over the years. At least as a kid, I thought that, you know.
I tried that with I'm from Arkansas and Nobody Cares.
Really?
Yeah.
You and Dan and Shay, isn't
just Shay.
Shay, yeah.
I'm like, I'm from Arkansas with Shay.
Yeah.
Nothing. Thank you, Stacy. Next up, and she's in Paris, where it's like 4 a.m. right now. Next up is Marwa.
Paris.
Hi. How was recording the album during the pandemic different, and what were the unique challenges?
Well, I guess great question. Did she say she's in Paris?
She's
in Paris, Tennessee.
Paris, France.
That is the right
Francais.
accent. Yeah, it's the correct accent. I guess the challenges were, we had several sessions booked that it got canceled because people actually tested positive for, COVID. Every time, there for the first year and a half or something, at least in Nashville, before you could do anything like that, session work or whatever, everybody had to take a COVID test. And we had several sessions, canceled because, as the drummer tested positive or whoever, And so I guess that was the only really challenge. I mean, the good part about it is it gave you a lot of time to live with songs and feel like you were making the right decisions. So in that way, I think it really helped. Yeah.
Thank you, Marwa. Thank you for staying up and hanging out with us. Really appreciate that. We have one more from Shamanda.
Shamanda, I like that.
Of all the albums that you have recorded, which one has been your favorite and why?
I love your name, by the way, Shamanda. My favorite album that I've recorded, oh my gosh, I guess I can just take the easy way out here. Why not? It's got to be my first album because we were, Bobby Braddock that was his first album to produce as a producer. It was my first album to make as a 20. I was 24 by the time it came out, but we started making it when I was 22, 21 years old, and I think both of us were just kind of learning as we were going, and the fact that we were able to put something together that ended up hitting, it still blows me away. So I'm super proud of it because, we put in years into making that album and just, we could have ruined it by living with it as long as we did, because what I tend to do as a recording artist or a writer is that as long as I have time, I'll keep meddling with something until it starts to suck, It's like you never know when to just leave something alone. So looking back at that, it's amazing that it happened the way it did. The record company closed before we released it, and somehow Warner Brothers Records picked it up off Giant Records and put it out, and a lot of things were going against it, and we were able to thread the needle. So just really proud of the fact that it even worked at all.